Good morning, I'm Alex Stein, and I'll be presenting my poetry that I wrote for this class. The name of the poem is I Knew It Would Come, and I'm going to read it so you understand what it's about. I knew it would come, didn't know who it would take. Even if you run, you cannot escape. I knew it would come, doesn't matter where you're from, it doesn't care what you've done, it will challenge anyone. But don't be the one who ignores the facts, because it will come. I knew it would come. It's all around, all the time, with all the tears coming down, like an unstoppable crime. With hopeless looks in their eyes, I can't understand. So many innocent cries, yet there's nothing we can do. I knew it would come. My poem is basically describing cancer, and I try to show that it doesn't matter who someone is or how important they are, how famous they are, that it can affect anyone. And there's so many people diagnosed with it all the time, and I was inspired to write it because both of my grandparents have been diagnosed with it within the last 6 months of each other. And I've had a lot of friends who's been affected by it, and almost everyone in this room can probably say that they've known someone that's had cancer in their lives. That way everyone can pretty much relate to this poem. With my poem, I wanted to explain that anyone can get the disease basically at any time. And I really enjoy writing poetry, so I picked a subject that I have strong feelings about and has affected my life greatly. One of my favorite techniques to use is repetition and a little bit of rhyme. And when writing this, I had trouble finding the right time to use repetition and what words I wanted to make stand out more. And this was part of the 2 stanzas of the poem that I use repetition and end rhyme in, so I'm going to read them again. I knew it would come. Doesn't matter where you're from, it doesn't care what you've done. It will challenge anyone. But don't be the one who ignores the facts, because it will come. I knew it would come. In that first stanza, I use a lot of end rhyme to make those words stand out. In the second one, I repeated I knew it would come just to make you wonder what it was. And a poem that influenced me to use a lot of repetition was Still Falls the Rain by Edith Sitwell. Because after listening to that poem multiple times, the thing that I remember the most is how dreary and dark the poem was because they repeated Still Falls the Rain so many times. So in mine, I decided to repeat I knew it would come throughout the poem because I wanted it to stand out and give the poem sort of an eerie feeling. And if I were to revise or change this poem, I would probably pay more attention to rhythm and come up with a pattern to make some lines longer following some shorter ones. Thank you for your time.